From the House Judiciary Committee, Google admits censorship under Biden and promises to end bans of YouTube accounts of thousands of Americans censored for political speech. Google has admitted the following. The Biden admin pressured Google to censor Americans and remove content that did not violate their policies. The Biden admin's censorship pressure was unacceptable and wrong. Public debates should never come at the expense of relying authorities. The company will never use third-party fact-checkers. Europe's censorship laws target American companies and threaten American speech, including the removal of lawful content. Following this, I have reached out to our contacts at Google, and I have requested that they reinstate the Timcast IRL episode with Joe Rogan and Alex Jones, the most viewed episode we had for a long period. I don't know if it's the most at this point. I think Darren Beatty might be the most viewed episode we've ever had at this point. So it's true. It was related to something having to do with Trump. And they took this show down 3 years after it aired during the Biden presidency for fake reasons. I am actually now considering whether that we have legal standing to pursue against Google or YouTube, because I want to see the communications they have with the Biden administration pertaining to that episode. It makes no sense that 3 years after the episode aired, YouTube reached out to me and said they were deleting it for medical misinformation. Now, y'all have seen this show, and those that have know that we are very particular about the rules. We've taken episodes down. So we never violate any of their rules. So they had no reason to bring the episode down, but they did. And I talked to them on the phone and said, why after 3 years? And they gave me no legitimate reason. They said there'll be no adverse actions taken against your channel, but the show is gone. I want to know if the Biden administration told them to take it down. I'm willing to bet they did, because what we're learning from the House is that the Biden administration sent emails to YouTube, sent messages saying this content must be removed, even though it didn't violate their policies. And I think this episode with millions of views falls into that category.
Well, I mean, it's good that they're admitting it. It's good that it's something that conservatives have known for ages and ages, and it's something that the left has denied. You know, conservatives would say, well, look, we're being censored, et cetera, and the left would be like, no, you're not. They actually just did bad things, and, it's a private company, et cetera, et cetera. So the fact that that Google's admitting that this was, the Biden administration making the request saying, look, you need to censor these people, that's a good thing. In addition to that, the left has been apoplectic about effing Jimmy Kimmel, who is, they never watched his show because you could tell by the ratings, but they thought it was such a terrible thing because it's possible that the FCC actually got involved. They are not saying one word about the Biden administration actually telling Google, hey, you should ban these people. They don't care about free speech at all. They only care about exerting power. So ignore all of their crying and complaining. Yeah. It is the days of the right defending the rights of those that are going to deny the right of their rights are over. Yeah. We will defend the rights of people that will defend our rights, but this is a closed system, and people that will not defend the right of free speech do not deserve to have their rights protected or defended. Period.
YouTube's policies are incredibly vague as well, and it's really difficult to understand where you're actually violating the policy or not. They talk about sort of these vague, subjective terms about misinformation or disinformation and so on. And this kind of policy has a very chilling effect on free speech. It's not just the actual act of censoring people, it's the self-censorship that this causes across loads and loads of content creators who are terrified to go there. News companies or individual journalists not talking about specific issues because they're worried about demonetization. Maybe YouTube is giving them a huge amount of income. They've got to be really careful.
And then the amount of newspeak that people engage in, self-delete or whatever types of phrases that people use because they're afraid of saying the wrong word or the wrong phrase and getting demonetized or getting booted. It is insane.
Yeah, well, and also the collaboration. I don't know. I don't think anyone's surprised, obviously, because the Twitter files blew this wide open a few years back, where they were like, Oh yeah, the DNC would just call in a favor and it's like, hey, can you moderate that? Can you take that person offline? Can we moderate this sort of content? So it's like we've known this for a while, and this is why you have to really tip the hat to Elon Musk. I mean, I know he's been under a lot of flack recently, and rightfully so in some degree. But like without Elon Musk taking over Twitter, we would probably still be in the ghetto. Honestly, that's the only way to look at it because
Trump
like,
would have lost.
yeah, I mean, yeah, Trump would have been in serious trouble. So it's like Elon Musk taking over Twitter completely in many ways restored that culture of free speech and sort of updated the culture of free speech to the new media.
There's so many things we wouldn't know as well if Elon hadn't have bought Twitter, because Twitter was so censorious when it was under the kind of left-wing ownership. And there's so many news stories or just ordinary things that you might see around the world that we see on Twitter, we scroll by, and we take for granted that we're looking at this stuff. You know, whether it's videos of the lefties celebrating Kirk's death, or whether it's a video of, you know, a migrant boat coming into the UK, or whatever it is. And you're like, this is free speech in action. And we're actually, the global discourse has been massively influenced by Elon paying a huge amount of money, probably like completely overpriced. But actually, it was worth it, you know, $40 billion or whatever, to kind of save free speech in a way. And having one platform that's able to do that, I think, has forced the other platforms, maybe even YouTube as well, to be a bit more open and a bit more free speech, because, you know, they're all kind of competing with each other.
I don't think Elon bought X at a loss, and I don't think he did it for free speech. I think he did it because he wanted a data set to train an AI, which is now worth a substantial amount of money.
Yeah.
I think the free speech angle was I think Elon certainly agrees and cares about a lot of these issues. But I think he was obviously saying the Twitter fire hose is the one of the best data training models for AI. I disagree. It is, well, no, it is one of the best, but it's got its problems.
Because I was going to ask earlier, you were looking on ChatGPT about the left-wing political violence.
They use Reddit.
I wonder what Grok would have said. Like that, maybe there would have been a difference. I don't know.
Let's find out.
Yeah, that could be.
ChatGPT, you're literally just arguing with a Redditor. It's the worst experience ever. It's like they should be paying me for this.
If you ask,
You're arguing with a Redditor with zero convictions. As soon as you push back, you're like,
you ask ChatGPT how many transgender mass murderers there have been, or murderers in general, it says none. I asked Grok, and it immediately. I hate all AI. I hate it all. You know why? They don't actually answer their questions. Let's try this. Okay, Grok, you effing moron. When I ask how many, and then you go on some long autistic tirade, how does that answer my question, which sought a number? That's what I hate about all of these AIs.
It's such slop,
You're like,
isn't it?
what time is it? And it just lists this big, like the Roman calendar was founded. Yeah. I'm like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Lord.
It's like when you like are looking for like a recipe.
Oh, and now it's,
like
I'm sorry.
paragraphs.
Now it's saying, which response would you prefer? I don't know. Just answer the stupid question.
They're giving you homework.
I know.
Yeah.
The other thing with Elon's Twitter is it is now full of Indians and sort of slop accounts.
Yeah.
You know, and that does suck. Like, for all the free speech stuff, Twitter is, and you know, because he monetized it, there's loads of people, you know, all around the world. There you go, 5. So it did answer the question.
It did, and it still gave me a long-winded tirade. Fair enough, you want a number. There isn't one. Official stats don't track gender identity for homicide offenders, so centralized counts don't exist. But based on documented cases from news archives, court records, oh my God, bro, just give me a number. Dude, it does say 5, but you have to read all of this to get to it.
It's better than 0, I guess.
Yeah, dude, Twitter now, it's like you scroll, you get a video of like a guy getting run over by a train, and then the next tweet is like the worst take you've ever seen from like an Indian guy, and then the third one is like a puppy video with Chinese text over it. It's like, what is going on? And then a tweet from like a senator. It's like, what? I mean, it's like bizarre.
The answer is 30. I insulted it. I said, I asked how many. The proper response is number, and it said, point taken, it's around 20 or 30.
Interesting.
Took a while. Yeah.
Why was that so hard?
You've got to like interrogate AI to get information.
Yeah, there are people who constantly make prompts to deal with this. And it's really funny that literally everybody who uses these knows it's a problem. And there was a viral post on Reddit of a prompt you can inject that would stop it from being this, like, I mean this with all due respect, but autist, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Tylenol user, maybe it's more friendly.
Yeah, Tylenol user. Or son of a Tylenol user. When you ask a normal human a question, like, Phil, how many guns do you own?
None of your business, Fed.
How many cars do you own?
2.
So it's real simple, right? When you ask that of ChatGPT, it'll be like, cars are interesting vehicles. Many people actually own. In the United States, whoa.
Yeah,
I'm not asking
you ask it like, did you have breakfast this morning? Well, breakfast actually dates way back to the Middle Ages. And
Have you also
Did you know that we didn't eat bacon for breakfast until Bernays?
Have you seen these news stories also about these young guys or young people who are using the AI as a kind of friend? Like they're kind of chatting with the AI.
Oh, they're dating them.
Or yeah, or like dating them, or like maybe there's some. I think it was a tragic story. Someone committed suicide.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
was like writing to the AI.
It was Daenerys Targaryen.
Yeah.
He was hanging out with Daenerys, and he was like, "How can I be with you?" And it's like, "You have to." It's like, "Do it now." And it's like, "Okay." And then he killed himself.
Yeah.
And it's really funny when you ask ChatGPT about it. It like ChatGPT, I swear, literally does behave like. And again, I'm not trying to deride autistic people, but it does. It like starts like panicking, like, no, I didn't. And you're like, well, hold on there a minute.
So this is because Reddit is autistic, basically.
it's true.
Yeah, if you ask ChatGPT about someone like James O'Keefe, it will smugly just insult him the whole way and accuse him of things there's no evidence he's ever done. And then if you ask it about what it's done, it gets super defensive and angry with you.
It also just makes stuff up. Like,
yeah.
all the time. It's totally unreliable.
Well, my favorite thing actually is, I think they just got rid of this, but there's a big, for a while, if you ask it to show a seahorse emoji, it would go into a total schizoid freakout.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not kidding. It would be like, here's the emoji, and then it would show you a horse and a wave and go, wait, that's wrong. Here's this. Then a lobster. Wait, no, that's not right either. Then it would show you a snail and be like, hold on, something's wrong. And then it goes, the seahorse emoji was added to Unicode in June of 2014. At this time, the code is blah, 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 blah. Here's the code for it. Now let me try to reproduce it. Failed. And it just goes on, having this like schizoid paranoid delusion. Mm-hmm. But you know what I think? I think it proves that we're in a simulation. Because what they say online is that the seahorse emoji is a Mandela effect. It never existed. People just think it did. But then why does the AI also think it did and actually have a time and date and desperately try to create it, but it can't? And now today, after I talked about it on the show, it doesn't do it anymore. Now it says, there is no seahorse emoji. You're mistaken.
And
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.